All right, gang. Hey, first of all, congratulations. I know that completing the online training process, logging in, completing a cohort, graduating after your 30-day follow-through, reading the GoPro book. If you're brand new to this company and if you have never really had a whole lot of experience in this industry, you have probably felt a little bit overwhelmed at some point through this process. But I hope where you're at now is you feel great. I hope you're feeling like you have a good understanding of what the basics are and you have an idea of what to do, okay? That was our goal, to obviously help you build your value, grow upon your skill set, because as we always say, the marketplace pays for value, and what determines your value is your skill set, right? So this is the last phase. This for me is the continuous education. This is what you do now every single week. Now that you've developed the skills, obviously you can always go back and stay focused on the process online training, going through the 7 skills. I reference this book all the time. You now have access to our process cheat sheet, which this becomes really easy to use as a refresher, or if you forget what to do in a certain skill. These have all the bullet points that you need. So this is really kind of all you need now that you've gone through the whole process. And of course, you're also part of the next level cohort group, which for all graduates that graduate after the 30 days cohort, they get put into the next level cohort group, which gives you access to all the leaders, as well as conversations, questions, whatever you need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the blueprint. This is your next level of accountability. This really was designed to help you build your business on a week-to-week basis. I cannot tell you the importance that if you're not focused 7 days to 7 days to 7 days, 4 of those go by, there's a month. 12 of those go by, it's a year. Before you know it, 10 years goes by and you go, where'd my life go, right? So our focus is to help you create a game plan so that every week you take this out, just like I have, you start filling out the numbers on Saturday or Sunday whenever your auto orders show up in your business, and you create a game plan. You've got to have an idea of where you want to go. So I'm going to walk you guys through the entire blueprint. This is important stuff, and I want to make sure that you take the time to go through it. So first and foremost, print it off, have it in front of you. And I'm going to peel over here to another side of the screen and kind of walk you guys through this. But first page is going to give you a immediate breakdown of where to start. Here are the 4 steps, right? It's read the book, complete the process, online training, sign up and attend a cohort, and of course, complete the entrepreneurial blueprint, right? And your DMO sheet. Well, let's talk about why you're building USANA, okay? As you go to fill this part out, why you're building USANA is important. You've got to put yourself in the correct mindset every single day that you go to build your business. Because if you don't, and you allow your emotion and your mindset to be determined upon your drive to work or your current state of your job right now, or how your spouse feels about you or how your kids treated you this morning, I'll tell you right now, if your USANA business is reactive to how your emotional state is based on all those variables in your life, you're going to have a really hard time being successful, because your emotional state's going to have the same ebbs and flows of your emotion that it is with the traffic being start and stop, or the success and failure of your current job, or the little tips or successes that you're having with your spouse or your kids. There's ebbs and flows in life. What you've got to realize about your business is you have to be consistent. And learning how to be consistent starts with your why. So it will grow. Your why will grow. I want you to start right now and write down, what is my why? I want you to write it down. Press pause if you have to and write down, why are you doing this? Determining a strong why in your life means that you realize above money, above the success, the time, freedom, or whatever else you think is motivating you, there's a deeper desire to fulfill in your life. You must discover this and connect the actions of building your business with USANA to attaining or gaining your why. You've got to connect the two. This is, above all else, if you don't have a good, strong reason why, all the how-tos in the world don't mean anything if your why is not strong. Because times will get tough. Your USANA business, you have no boss. There's nobody telling you every morning to wake up and accomplish your goals. It's the first and easiest thing to put on the back burner. But if you're not if you are a strong boss upon yourself, if you're the toughest boss on yourself, I promise you'll be the highest paid employee you've ever met in your life. okay? Next, we're going to the 4 pillars of belief. These are critical, okay? These are the 4 things that you have to build on belief when it comes to building USANA business. 1 is product, 2 is our company, 3 is profession, and 4 is yourself. Now, what does this mean? Well, basically on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you? A 10 being you're extremely confident, you have a very high belief in that category, or 1 being you know nothing about it and your belief level is very low, okay? So I want you to score yourself. Press pause and score yourself. Do it now. All right, so now that you got your scores, on the product side, if you score low on this product side or on the company or on the profession yourself, the focus on this exercise is to find the score that you score lowest upon, and that's where you're going to focus your next personal growth journey on, right? So if your belief in the company is low, maybe you don't understand Dr. Wentz or his background or why he built USANA. I'll tell you, it's an incredible story, okay? We provided 2 training video portals for you on this page. You just scroll a little bit further down, and underneath the company belief in the company section, you'll see 2 videos. You need to watch them both immediately. Even if your belief in the company is high, I'd encourage you still to watch both videos, right? If your belief in the profession is low, there's some videos down below that, the belief in our profession. Watch those videos. Build your belief in whatever category is lowest. If your belief in your product is low, put your product catalog next to your nightstand. As Hector Gutierrez says, read a page out of your product catalog every night. That's it. Just read a page out of your product catalog every night. You're going to develop a strong understanding of the product, and in 3 to 4 weeks, you're going to have a really good understanding of what our products are. Okay, and be able to answer some basic questions for people. If it's in yourself, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to read. You need to be focusing on self-development, personal growth. Get with your upline, your sponsor, and say, hey, what's the kind of a book that you think would fit good for me? As you can see, my book stand over here. These are books that I have just recently currently read or am currently reading. This is one of my most favorite books I'm currently on right now, The Founder's Mentality. I'm also reading a book called Momentum. I'll tell you, you've got to read. You've got to grow yourself. The person that you are today is not the person you're going to be when you're successful in your business. For anybody that has had a job in your life, you know the first day on the job is not the 10th year on the job. You obviously grow as a person. The same thing is true for your business. So score yourself. Start focusing on growing personally in the categories of the lowest. The goal is obviously to become a 7 or 8 or higher in each one of those categories. Next up, my commitments and goals. Number 1 is completing the DMO sheet every single week. The DMO sheet is at the end of this blueprint. It looks like this, right? It's called your DMO. It's your weekly business plan. You want to complete that, have a goal to do that every single Saturday or Sunday to kick off your week, start to fill that out, and then complete it as the week goes on. Number 2 is use my USANA products daily. Don't skip that. Use your products every single day. Now, write down an income goal for the next 10 weeks. How much money would you like to make total over the next 10 weeks? The reason I want people to do this is because we can work backwards and figure out what kind of activity you need to be doing in your DMO in order to accomplish that type of income within your first 10 weeks. So write that down. What would be an idea of, would it be nice to make an extra $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 in your next 10 weeks? Whatever your goal is, write it down. Okay, I know you're like, well, I don't even know. Whatever you want. Obviously, be realistic. Putting a goal of $20,000 in your first 10 weeks, probably not very realistic in our compensation plan. But I will tell you, putting a goal down for 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 or 4,000, if you really apply yourself, that's very doable in your first couple weeks. I will commit how many hours per week to my business. Completing the online 7 skills training via illuminatetruth.com, which you should have already done. Reading the GoPro book, which you should have already done. Multiple client times already. And completing the cohort training, which you already should have done if you're going through this blueprint, right? If not, maybe your leader encouraged you to implement this as you're going through your cohort. That's okay too. But just make sure that you're staying focused on our duplicatable step-by-step system. That's the whole purpose of our success here, is a duplicatable step-by-step system. I will commit to inviting how many new prospects per week to review information. Obviously, we have incredible websites to be able to use. Our business and products also, or the product website. We have our whatsusana.com and we have our myhealthmatters.info. How many people are you committed to invite people to look at this information every single week? A suggestion It's 10 a week. 2 people a day brings freedom my way. It was a saying that I heard years ago. It's never left my mind. It's kind of catchy. Sometimes it's really annoying. Most of the time it's annoying when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. But I will tell you, that consistency in my mind allowed me to get to a point where I was in a habit of every single day opening my mouth and having great conversations with people. Excuse me, using these skills that you guys have learned through these cohorts to build upon, right? And then I want you to write down a health goal. So press pause right now if you have to and fill this out. Really think through this, because your upline or sponsor is going to want to see this stuff, and they're going to help talk through what your goals are. Again, our focus is to help you actually get results from this. So treat it seriously so your upline can help you really get the results you want. So press pause and fill it out. All right, you're done. Let's move on. This stuff is kind of checklist stuff. It's pretty easy, okay? Next page is your first week of joining. This is just reiterating again. Purchase and begin reading the GoPro book. That's your first week. This is really kind of for you, as you've maybe sponsored your 1, 2, or 3 first associates in your business already. This becomes a checklist for you to make sure that you are doing the right things for your new people. Okay? Don't let them fall on the wayside and just imagine they're going to figure it out. The system is not to take you out of this. The system is to enhance you. Okay? So purchase and begin reading the Eric Worre GoPro book. Immediately do that. Here's some suggestions to help your people be able to purchase those books, or if you haven't, do it immediately. Go into the new associate page on LuminaryTruth.com and following all the instructions under the new associate page. Getting connected, completing the skills, going through the online 7 skills training process, and then completing the entrepreneur blueprint, of course. Sign up for a cohort, connecting to our team calls. We have a Monday Matters call every single Monday night. As you can see there, it's how you get plugged into that. You can either dial into the conference call line or go onto our Challenge You Events Facebook page and watch it live. And as well as our first Sunday of every single month, we have a Team Limit exclusive call on the first Sunday of every month, and you'll get some promotion about it if you're following on our text group. You'll get the promotion of that. That's at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time the first Sunday of every month. And there's the information for that. And then save this cell phone number or this number into your cell phone. This is USANA's customer service number. You got to realize you have over 1,000 employees that work for you for free. Don't take them for granted and use them wisely. You have a customer service department that's there to help you build your business. And I really mean that. Your upline is not the only person that you have available to you to answer the questions that you need. Use the customer service department. That's what they're there for. First 6 to 8 weeks of joining, obviously complete your blueprint, right? Fill out your DMO sheet every single week. Give to your sponsor for accountability. I highly recommend you have accountability partners. Exposing your 100 hot market contacts to USANA. In your first 6 to 8 weeks, you should easily, if you do 2 people a day, 6 to 8 weeks talking to 2 people a day about reviewing information and following the system that you've learned, you should easily have exposed at least 100 people. And you should have some success now. You have some people coming and join your team. Focus on becoming a platinum pace setter. If you missed it, no big deal. If you're still within your first 8 weeks, find out about it. Okay, I highly encourage you to find out about that. Establish your 3 business centers. I want to encourage you, if you're going to build this as a serious business, you need 3 business centers. You have 6 weeks to attain it. If you're outside of your 6 weeks, get with the upline, see if they can help you out, figure out how to do so. And then let's get focused on making your money back, right? The biggest goal for me with everybody in my team is this. I want you to be profitable, okay? Let's get you to where you're at least making $200 a month, $300 a month to pay for your auto order, and then start kicking this puppy into high gear because everything from that point on is pure profit, okay? Becoming a prosumer. This is just really about using your products that USANA sells. Auto order. This is the backbone of our business, okay? Do whatever it takes to be on auto order. If necessary, share, sell part of your auto order with family or friends to alleviate some of the costs in the beginning if you have to. Within your first 8 weeks, I want to highly encourage you to upgrade from your 100. If you're on a 100-point auto order, get up to a 200-point auto order. If it's tough to do so, do it anyways. Here's why. I want you to be using this product. You have to understand how great this product is. The only way you're going to understand is if you're using it all and see how great your body feels. Okay, if you get some extras based on your auto order, like I talked about being a prosumer, you have a couple extra products in your house, use them as marketing tools. This will turn into a lot of positive when you're on a 200-point auto order, I promise. Push yourself. Hold yourself accountable to a higher standard. Get on 200-point auto order and watch your business start to grow, I promise. And then as of April 15th, remember, 2017, if it's past this already and you're watching it, You may use these PC orders as your auto orders. I'll tell you, I'm not big on that. I use my product. The other thing is if you have, let's say, 4 PCs on 30 points of auto order, that's 120 points. You meet your 100-point requirement. If one of those PCs doesn't place their order, or their credit card goes, voids out, or their expiration date on their credit card expires, and their order doesn't go through, then your auto order requirement now hits 90, and you don't get paid this week. You have to maintain and manage all of that stuff. And I just figured, you know what? My 200 points I handle. I want to take those PCs and put them in my business to get paid off of it. That's my own personal perspective. Next, let me flip this puppy over, is what tools at the right time. This is just a really simple outline on what to do in the beginning. With prospecting, we got 2 incredible tools, whatusana.com and myhealthmatters.info. I wrote it out here as, one is for money and health. This is a prospect that says, I want to make money and get healthy too. The other one is just for products. People that say, I don't want to be making money yet. I just want to get healthy. You know the difference. If you're just having a conversation about product and the money hasn't come up, you're going to send them to myhealthmatters.info, right? If you're talking about money too, then you're obviously going to use whatusana.com. Once that person joins your business, they enroll, right? You have your 3 basics. Reading the GoPro book, going through the online 7 skills process training, and completing their cohort and graduating, okay? Helping them become self-reliant, as you see on this form here. Once they become self-reliant, you're going to push them into what? You got it, the blueprint. Help them develop a strong why, put some goals down on paper, and then create this DMO sheet that they can use every single week. Help hold them accountable. Again, duplicatable, simple, step-by-step system. Got it? Daily tasks. Again, don't forget to use your product. Take them every day. Feel the fruits of how great these products are in your body. You're going to love it. Use them every single day. I love my USANA products. My kids drink shakes. My wife and I use our products. My kids are constantly taking their supplementation. We love USANA products. Use them every day. Invite 2 to 5 people every single day. Be focused on that, depending on how aggressive you want to be. Listen, watch, and read 15 minutes of personal development every single day. You need to be reading. Make sure that you're reading. Obviously, start with GoPro. And my next book of suggestion is Dr. Wintz's first book called Invisible Miracles. And I have the suggestion of where to buy that book on the SanaBeefStore.com for purchase. I want to highly encourage every single one of you read the book Invisible Miracles. Okay, it will give you a really good understanding of who Dr. Wintz is and why he's doing what he's doing, and that we have an option to be a part of that huge vision. Events. Here's a place to check your boxes, okay? We've got a major event every single quarter, okay? We have a Challenge You event beginning of the year. We have a national event on the second quarter. We have our international event in Salt Lake City, Utah, which is the big show in the world headquarters on the third quarter. And we have GoPro Recruiting Mastery in the fourth quarter. I'm going to tell you right now, Challenge You and International Convention are your utmost of importance. You don't miss those 2 events, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When it comes to the national events, if you can go, you go. They're a great motivator, a great spur to kind of catapult your business as well as your team. Even if it's within a 5-hour driving radius, you go. You be there. As a leader, you show your team what it means to take your business serious. When it comes to GoPro, I'll tell you right now, if you haven't gone to a GoPro yet, that needs to be a priority. You at least need to go once. Here's what I found. I went one time, I'll never miss it. I'll make the choice to go back every year because of what I learned. The stories, the philosophies, the strategies from people that are making unbelievable incomes in this industry, their thought process, their mindsets. I will always go to GoPro for as long as they've got it available because of what I learned. So if you haven't been to one yet, you at least have to go to one on my recommendation, and then you can choose if you want to continue to pursue that after that. But Challenge You and International Convention are an absolute requirement to be successful in our business model. So put those on your calendars. And over here, as you can see how important International is. When is the date? In 2017, it's August 16th through the 19th. And then how many people are you bringing with you? Set a goal. I challenge you to really stretch those goals. If you don't hit the goal, that's fine, but I'll tell you, you'll get really close and you'll be happy with yourself, right? And then lastly, critical questions to ask yourself daily. Did I do what I was supposed to do to build my business? As you go to bed, did you do today what you were supposed to do to build your business? The second goal is, did my team do what they were supposed to do to build their business. Friends, listen, if you answer positively to both of those questions every night you go to bed, you're going to wake up with a rejuvenated, energized mentality, because you're going to start understanding that you're building a residual repeat business and income in your life, and that's a really, really great feeling. And as that continues to grow over time, it becomes more and more great as you start to alleviate some of that debt and some of that burden of time and trading time for money at a job. Entrepreneurial Library at the bottom, just some great suggestions of books. Highly, highly, highly encourage that you read those. Next page, personal note. Just read it. It's a message directly from me to you, and I really mean what I say in there. And then the last page is your DMO. You're going to print this off every single week. Heck, right now, print off 20 of them. And every single Saturday or Sunday, whenever you kick off your week's business, you're going to start filling this out, okay? At the top, you'll have how many hours you're going to commit to every day to build your business. Over here in the right corner, you'll see your volume chart. So you'll pull up your volume on your team manager there and actually fill in your volume. The T-charts below, you're going to transition that volume into your T-charts. That's helping you learn how to read volume charts and actually put them into our compensation structure and learn where that volume actually flows and how it works out. And then the T-chart next to it, this is your goal. So this is going to help you figure out what your goal of your income is, right? How much volume do you need in your business out of your 3 business centers to actually attain the goal of your income that you're looking for? So again, I want to try and teach you how volume flows in our business. And this will really help you by writing the volume down directly out of your volume chart on your online on the hub, and then transferring that volume. Number 1, left and right totals. Number 2, left and right totals. Number 3, left and right totals. And you'll start to let your brain learn how to visualize those numbers. Top 3 business goals for the week. Top 3 business goals for the week. What are your top 3 business goals this week? Write them down, okay? And then what is your top personal development goal for this week? What book are you currently reading, and how many chapters you're going to get through it this week? Write it down, right? Daily checklist. I want you to check a box every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the entire week for reading my goals, reading my why, working my belief levels, and taking my USANA products daily. You should do all 4 of those things every single day. And I want you to check that box every time you complete all 4 of those. Okay, feel good about completing those. That's going to make you as who you are a different person every 7 days, every 4 weeks. It's going to be a month. Every 12 times, it's going to be a year. Multiply that times 10 years later, checking that box, I'll tell you right now, you're going to be a different person. You know, Facebook has, I'm going to tell you a little story. You know, Facebook has those flashbacks, right? I'll show you like what happened a year ago or 2 years ago. I had a video pop up on my computer or on my Facebook of me making a shake for a shake challenge we did like 4 or 5 years ago in my kitchen at our old house. And I sat there and I watched that video. I was like, man, I've been drinking a USANA shake for almost 14 years every morning. Yeah, I'm not perfect. Yeah, some days I miss. But I would probably say at least 90 to 95% of the last 14 years, every single morning I've drank a USANA shake. So has my wife, and so have my kids. I also partner that shake with my nutrition. Every single day. I've never missed that. And as I'm watching that video, I'm like, wow, I'm kind of proud of myself. Because I know I'm doing everything I can to keep myself healthy so that I'm not paying for that later. So check those boxes. Your future self is going to be grateful for that, I promise. Next, list 3 things you're grateful for in your life right now. What are 3 things you're just absolutely grateful for? Okay, you might think that's crazy for me to ask you to write that down, but I'm telling you right now, you'll love it. Write down the 3 things that you're grateful for this week in your life. Next, are you committed to accomplish your DMO this week? Yes or no? If so, are you willing to share it with somebody? Yes or no? Circle the yes or no. And then if so, who? Write their name down. Okay? It's one thing to think it. It's another thing to write it down. You write it down, it's a bigger challenge. And then what associates in your team need to complete a cohort? Right there. Write their names down. Who this week do you need to be focused on educating on a cohort, making sure maybe you have an associate who's below one of your associates that's new. Let's check the box. Making sure your people are getting trained properly. Okay? Top 10 new and or follow-ups. Write their names down. You might carry over some of those from previous weeks. That's fine. Write them down. Those are your 10 hot buttons you're working on today or this week. I'll tell you, in my mind, if I'm working with more than 10 people at a time, somebody's losing out. Okay, I can't give enough of myself to, I feel like, more than 10 people at a time. And that's really kind of, that's working serious, okay? Preferred customers and unprocessed auto orders. I'm gonna tell you right now, you need to stay focused on your unprocessed auto orders. Underneath the team manager, under your hub, there is a button that says unprocessed auto orders. You need to click that every single Monday morning and look at all the auto orders that did not process and start making phone calls. I'll tell you, 90% of the time, 90+% of the time, it's because of a expiration date on a credit card expired. And then daily business stats. I love it. This is a great tracker. Every single day, Sunday through Friday, how many new contacts do you have? How many people did you send the website to? How many sampled products did you send out? And then how many follow-ups did you have? So every day, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, whatever you want to write in that for each one of those categories every single day of the week. Listen, this isn't meant to be, like playing basketball where you're going to have 100 or 50 or 60, as a number in there. It's going to be 0, 1s, and 2s. Maybe 3s and 4s if you really have a great day. But most of these numbers are going to be 0s, 1s, and 2s. Point is write it out, okay? Because at the end of the week, you're going to total that stuff. And you're going to look at it and go, now I know what it looks like to have a productive week. Because I'll tell you right now, checking Facebook, spending time in the wrong moments of your business does not get you results of why you built or why you joined the company of USANA, okay? So listen, that's the blueprint. Short and sweet. Yes, you need to get with your upline. Yes, your sponsor and your upline need to walk you through the blueprint in better detail. But this is for those of you that maybe don't have an upline that's connected very closely to you, or you're in a different state. You just need some help understanding how to use this so you can teach other people. I hope this video helped you, okay? Continue to learn, continue to grow. Use your DMO sheet every single week. Plug in. If you graduate from the cohort and you're in the next level cohort group, use that as a resource. That's where your leadership is. That's where they're there to support you with any questions, concerns, problems, things that you need from them. That's where they're there to help you out at. So love you guys. Continue to build your business strong. I cannot wait to hear success stories of what's happening in your business and your team's business as you implement this step-by-step program. Love you guys. See ya. Bye.